Let's talk about a massive shift that's happening right under our noses. It's a total reordering of global power. And the force behind it? It's not oil, it's not money, and believe it or not, it's not even data. It's something brand new.
So if you really want to understand who's going to be leading the world in the coming decades, you have to ask yourself one simple question. What is the new currency of global dominance? The answer is a concept called AI capital. And look, getting a handle on this has become the single most important thing for nations, for companies, and yeah, for your career. So let's get into it.
All right, so what exactly is this stuff, AI capital? You might hear the term and think, oh, another tech buzzword. But no, this is way more than that. It's a whole new asset class that is literally rewriting the rules of the game for wealth and power.
So here's the formal definition. But think of it this way. For the first time in human history, we have something that's, well, not human, that can create and grow value all by itself. It's not just another tool like a hammer or a computer. It's an entire economic engine on its own.
And the scale of this is it's hard to wrap your head around. The source we're drawing from calls it the single most consequential form of wealth of our time. This isn't just another tech cycle. We are talking about a major turning point in history. And here's why it's such a game changer. Every big invention before this, the steam engine, the computer, the internet, they all made humans better at their jobs. They helped us. AI is the first technology that has the potential to actually outproduce the entire human economy. That changes everything.
So how do you build this new kind of capital? It's not as simple as just having the smartest software. It's actually built on 3 key pillars, and they're all interconnected. Together, they form the architecture of AI dominance.
These are the 3 pieces of the puzzle. You've got the physical hardware, the brilliant algorithms, and the critical human talent. And you absolutely need all 3 to even be in the game. Let's break each one down. First up is the hardware layer. This is the real-world, tangible stuff. We're talking about the geopolitical chip war for the fastest processors. We're talking about the incredible, almost unbelievable amount of energy AI needs, which is driving the hunt for new sources like nuclear fusion. And we're talking about things that sound like science fiction, like dark factories that run completely with robots, no lights needed.
Second, you've got the brains of the operation, algorithmic intelligence. This is the secret sauce. It's the most powerful AI models, the unique proprietary algorithms, and the intellectual property that gives a country or a company its competitive edge. This is how you turn huge piles of data into real actionable power.
And finally, there's the human element, which is absolutely crucial. And it's not just about hiring coders. This is a global race for very specialized talent, for experts in fields like quantum computing and 6G. And so importantly, it's also a race for the people in ethics and governance, the ones who make sure all this power is being managed responsibly.
Okay, so you take those 3 pillars, hardware, software, and people, and what happens when you put them all together on the world stage? You get a high-stakes global race. It becomes obvious that piling up AI capital isn't just a good idea, it's a matter of survival.
And the source material puts this in very stark terms. It calls it a zero-sum game. The idea here is that if one country or company gets ahead in AI capital, another one falls behind. That makes the fight for economic and even military superiority incredibly intense.
And what's at stake is laid out so clearly here. If you're a nation, losing means losing your independence. If you're a company, it means becoming irrelevant. And for us, as individuals, it means our entire careers, our purpose could be turned upside down. The consequences are just huge for everyone.
And this is the arena where it's all playing out. We all know about the intense rivalry between the US and China, both fighting for the lead in chips and algorithms. But look at India. They're becoming a true powerhouse. And their advantage is that 3rd pillar, that incredible pool of human talent.
Now, I know this can all sound a bit overwhelming, but the game's not over. So the most important question is, what does this all mean for you? How do you stay relevant? How do you actually thrive in this new era?
For the big players, the path is becoming clearer. Nations are pushing for sovereign AI, basically building their own capabilities so they don't have to rely on anyone else. And for companies, the big shift is to stop thinking of AI as a tool and start treating it like a new colleague, weaving it right into the team fabric.
But let's bring this all the way down to a personal level. Forget the geopolitics for a minute. What is your role in this new economy? What's your personal mission?
Okay, this is the most important slide for your career, right here.
The way forward is not trying to beat the machine at its own game. You won't win. The real strategy is to let AI do what it does best. The routine stuff, the data crunching, the pattern finding. Your mandate, your core value, is to double down on the things that are uniquely human. We're talking about real creativity, genuine empathy, sharp critical thinking, and authentic human connection. These are the things AI can't replicate. That is your new competitive advantage. That's your value.
And that brings me to my final point, and it's a big one. I want to leave you with this idea from the source material. The future we're heading into, it's not already written in code. The technology itself doesn't decide who wins and loses. The outcome will be decided by the choices that we all make. The choices of governments, of companies, and most importantly, of individuals, of people like you. That puts the power and the responsibility squarely in our hands. So the real question is, what choice will you make?